Hi, in this video, you'll be learning as a student one of the greatest strategies you can use to boost your memory, to improve your academic performance, and also reduce forgetting curve, which is one of the greatest hindrance of students as a result of ignorance of what to do and what not to do. And also, this will be very beneficial for those who are not students but are lifelong learners, people who are interested in learning new things every day. This will help you to retain the things you've learned and recall them easily without stress. So you are going to be benefiting from both from what I will be sharing in this video. Now, a lot of people see reading as a marathon race, while some other persons see reading as a sprint race. And this has informed the way they read and the motive behind their reading. So I want to know which divide you belong to. You can place it on the comment box and say what divide you belong to and give your reasons. I'll be eager to read your view and know why you decide on the divide you have chosen. Right? Now, psychologists made us to understand that we can concentrate an average of 20 to 25 minutes before the brain gets tired and fatigued or distracted. Right? So it was a result of meta-research, a lot of research that was compiled together, and they now found that on an average of 20 to 25. However, there are people who have been able to maximize their brain to be able to concentrate far more than the 20 to 25 minutes stipulated there, while there are others who are below the pecking order. All right? So, but then it is very important and imperative for me to mention this about reading. We're going to be assessing reading as a major form of learning. There are other forms of learning which are auditory and audiovisual. Now, reading and auditory learning are the oldest form of learning. It was stated by archaeologists that the ancient fathers or the ancient man used drawings and storytellings to communicate values and send information to their children, and their children communicated this same value and this same knowledge to their other children using drawings on the walls of cave and storytelling until alphabet was introduced, and that was when reading began to take place. But then reading and auditory form of learning has been or is the oldest form of learning, and even in our century we are still using reading as a form of learning. So if a person exceeds the time frame that is given for him to maximize his concentration, what happens to the brain? It has been found out that if you read above your concentration level, the brain is stressed out. The brain becomes stressed out, becomes tired, becomes worn out, and the information that you are getting at that moment may be lost. Most of it at the middle of the process of reading is lost because of what we call the primacy and the recency effect, which states that what you learn at the beginning of a journey and the end of the journey is remembered, but 90% of what you learned at the middle is forgotten. Little wonder why a lot of people will attend a seminar or a presentation of 1-2 hours, but cannot remember 90% of what the speaker may have said. They may only remember what he started with and how he ended the presentation. This is a result of primacy and recency, where the brain is stretched beyond the concentration level, thereby resulting to loss of information at the middle of the presentation. So in this video, in the next moving forward, I'll be sharing a secret that you can apply and that I have been applying. A lot of people who have known this idea have been applying to maximize their brain, to improve their memory, and also to be better than the rest. And this secret will give you an edge over others who do not know about it. Now, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please, you can hit the subscribe button right now. You can also like the video if you're enjoying the presentation, and also share to someone who who you know that this will be of benefit. Now, in this graph that is on your screen, you find out that the person, the bold line there, the person reads without break, and the memory curve goes steeper and goes down the drain, right? But when an interval was taken, instead of it going down, it got stuck at a point and goes up again. So it's within a percentage. Now, this other graph explains it further. You notice on this graph, the first time that is the knowledge is read or gotten, okay, it goes down below 40, then to 30, to 20, right? If there is no break. But when a break is observed, the individual reduce the curve. This time it does not go down to 20, it goes down to 5 if the break again is not observed. But as soon as the break is observed, it goes up again. So you notice down to the 5th time the break was taken, that even at the 5th time, the percentage is within 100%. So there's a possibility that you can remember 90 to 100% of what you have read if you observe the break at intervals, right? So how do you apply this strategy? Yes, you know we have to take breaks, but how do you apply it? All right, the first thing you do is to set an alarm according to the concentration level or concentration time limit that is peculiar to you. So how do you know the one that is peculiar to you, right? Set an alarm, begin to read, get a material, begin to read through. At any time your mind wanders, stop the alarm. Do it for 5 to 7 times. 5 to 7 times. And after you've done it for 5 to 7 times, get the average, calculate all of them, divide by 7 or divide by 5, depending on how many times you've done it. Get the average, and that average becomes your own concentration time. But if you want to go with the one that neurologists have affirmed to be the average for every individual, you can go with 20 or 25, right? Set the alarm and begin to read. And as you read, jot down the points and the things you are learning from what you're reading. I made mention of the importance of jotting down in my last video, the video on review. If you have not watched it, please, you can go to my channel and get the video and listen to it. It will be helpful going forward. Now, after you have jotted down, as soon as the alarm rings, you stop reading at the moment and observe the break. This break should be within the time limit of 3 to 5 minutes. All right. Neurologists made us to understand that at this time the brain is relaxed to go further for the next race, or go further in the next learning process. Right. So what do you do within this time? Do you press your phone? Do you enter into social media? Or what do you do? Now you see, you can either take a drink, you could do mindfulness, you could listen to a smoothing song, you could take a walk around the vicinity where you're reading for that short time, or you could just sit down and allow your mind to wander for the period of time. And as soon as the time limit is up, you return to reading. Okay, so as soon as the time is up, you set your alarm again to 20, depending on the concentration time level, time limit you have chosen. Review the jottings of the first time you've read, all right? So that your brain do not see the reading as a separate entity. It sees it as a continuous learning process. And then begin to make your jottings. And when the alarm rings, you stop reading, you observe your break for 3 to 5 minutes, and then you go back again, reviewing what you have jotted the first time and what you have jotted the second time. Assuming you had breaks, 5 breaks, you're going to have to review 5 times before you delve into the subject matter. So that your brain will see it as a continuous process and not a separate entity. If you follow this process for the limit that you chose to read, for 1 hour, for 2 hours, at the end of the day, you would have ended up breaking or reducing forgetting curve. I would want to say this as a warning. A lot of people usually multitask when they read, and multitask has been found out to be a myth. Right? Only 2% of persons in the world can multitask effectively. The rest of the people are putting their brain in danger and reducing their memory capability. And so it is not advisable to chat, to respond to emails, to log into your social media handles while you are reading. Or it is not advisable to listen to music or to watch movie or do anything while reading. I'll be putting up a video on attention and how to concentrate fully, how to make your brain to concentrate and pay attention to what you are doing without distraction. If you enjoyed this video and if you want to get more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel so that you'll be the first to see the video whenever it is uploaded. Also like this video and share it to others who you feel this video is going to transform their academic life. My name is Obongjo and I want to thank you for listening. If you're interested to get any of my books, you can click on this link, seller.co.m/Obongjo. The O is capital and the J is capital. You can copy it and put on your search engine on your Chrome or Google, and it's going to take you to my book page, and you can purchase my book or you can get the free material. Thank you very much.